on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is the Fight for Iowa podcast. Here's the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin.
With the new football season in the new look Big Ten fast approaching, this week's Fight for Iowa podcast features several Iowa Hawkeyes critical to success. All-conference tight end Luke Lachey returns for a final year. Lachey was on a roll last season with 10 catches for 131 yards before a leg injury in Game 3 sidelined him for the remainder of the campaign. The leader at tight end heads up a deep position group including Addison Ostrenga, Zach Ortberg, and others. Lachey is 100% healthy again.
Feels great. No problems. Just making sure staying ahead of everything and trying my best to stay out on the field.
Watching this group, it's a strong group. Tight end group's always good at Iowa.
I mean, it's been awesome to work with this group. Addie's been doing really well. Everyone's really tight in the group. We always are all hanging out together during camp, and it's been a lot of fun. Johnny Pascuzzi's been doing great. Zach Ortworth, Hayden Large. I don't want to miss anyone, but everyone's been doing a really, really good job.
How was it on the receiving end of Cade McNamara's throws? And then we got Sullivan in from Northwestern, so it's a healthy position there too.
Yeah, no, it's been great to get those guys in here and back out on the field. It's been awesome. I feel like they're throwing the heck out of the ball and they're making it easy on us. So we just got to go and run good routes for them and just catch the ball.
What did the injury last year that cost you a year? You'd never really been hurt in your life. What did that teach you? What did that? How did that better prepare you for this year? You don't get that year back, but you got this year.
Yeah, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about patience. I was happy for my teammates, getting to watch them succeed, and just try to do whatever you can. When you're not on the field, accept your role and help the team win in any way.
At 6'6" and 250 pounds, Lachey presents a large target for the Iowa quarterbacks. He looks to add to his career numbers of 46 catches and 4 touchdowns. The Iowa defense will have as its trigger man middle linebacker Jay Higgins. Named to several All-American teams, Higgins led the Big Ten in tackles, was top 5 nationally, and a Butkus Award finalist. Higgins will team with another veteran in Nick Jackson. They were the top tackling tandem last season. Kyler Fisher, Carson Shire, and others will join them in the middle of that top 5 rated Iowa D. The coaches have limited Higgins' reps in fall practice, saving his energy for when the lights come on. The senior from Indianapolis has looked across the line of scrimmage enough this month to give us an honest evaluation of quarterbacks Cade McNamara and Northwestern transfer Brendan Sullivan.
These quarterbacks are playing great. I mean, Cade's throwing good balls. Sullivan's throwing good balls. I mean, Sullivan, he can leave the pocket. He can run. And they just bring 2 different skill sets to the table. And, for me, that I'm trying to scout both of them, and that's making it hard. It's good to see the concepts of running these passes they're throwing. Sometimes I stop and look, but really, really impressed with what I'm seeing from the offense, which is great. Makes all of us happy.
What's in it for Jay Higgins? Your last year at Iowa, you were gracious enough to come back. You wanted to be back here with your buddies. I think that's a direct quote. There's not much more you can do on top of last year, but there's always ways to improve.
Yeah, definitely. And just playing more detailed, cleaner football. Obviously the tackles, that I didn't go out my way to do that. I was just trying to help the defense, and, that's my same goal this year, whatever the defense needs. There's so many dudes out there. I joke with Castro, there might not be any tackles this year, so if you guys see my numbers severely drop, Castro's got them all. But it's been cool being in this leadership role, just trying to leave the linebacker room in a better place. Jaden Harrell, Jaden Montgomery, just helping those guys, because the reality is they're up next. All the seniors were gone, so it's going to be their defense one day, and I'm just trying to do the same thing Jack did for me.
Jack being the great Jack Campbell, now of the Detroit Lions. Higgins notched over 170 tackles last year. Up front, veteran defensive ends Deontay Craig and Ethan Herkett have assumed additional duties beyond getting to the quarterback. They are now the elders of that front. Craig, with 11 career sacks and 17.5 tackles for loss, is excited for the challenge.
We've had great leaders pretty much since we stepped on campus, a lot of older guys, so It's new. We're figuring it out. I mean, like you said, 7 practices in, but I feel like, we're taking small steps every day and, just trying to do the best we can before August 31st.
What are the nuances, the technique that is most important for the D-line, knowing that you've got great linebackers and a secondary behind you?
Yeah, I mean, it starts not just with those guys, but the coaches. They put us in great positions with game plans, and, we got really smart guys back there on the back end. They put us in position, make a lot of plays, but it's also on us to watch tape, watch film, see where we can contribute to the defense, speak up on things that we see, and it works together really well. So it's fun. It's fun playing with those guys out there, and it's always exciting.
Craig raves about the potential and improvement of underclassmen Aaron Graves, Max Llewellyn, Y.A. Black, Jeremiah Pittman, and Brian Allen. Offensively, the Hawkeyes need a healthy, improved line. Tackles Mason Richmond and Jennings Dunker are running number 1. Guard-to-guard looks strong again with all-conference stalwart Connor Colby, Logan Jones, and Bo Stevens. Depth will be important, and Iowa is thankful to have the interchangeable Tyler Ellsbury, who logged valuable minutes at center when Jones was injured a year ago and was solid at guard, too. Ellsbury leads a number 2 unit that includes Nick DeYoung, Jack Dotzler, Trevor Lauk, and Cade Piper. The 6'5", 310-pound Ellsbury from Byron, Illinois, will be pushing the guys in front of him.
I'll be playing probably a lot more guard this year than I did last year, which will be really, really good. But just still the same mentality, play wherever he puts me and be that versatile kind of guy on the team.
You were heroic in jumping in there for Logan Jones when he got hurt. Other than snapping the football and maybe calling out a few plays, what are the subtle nuances guard to center?
Yeah, like you said, calling out the defense, definitely kind of getting more of a picture. And then other than that, it's pretty much the same. Stance is a little different, but you're working inside. Guard, center, guard are kind of all working together no matter which spot you're at. So it was pretty much a quick transition just besides snapping the ball, like you said.
Well, you can't beat depth, though, on the offensive line, can you? Because you guys are so twisted and tied up with other bodies. Somebody's bound to get hurt.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to have. We have obviously 7 older guys now that all have game snaps. Me, Nick, and then obviously Logan, Colby, Bo, Mason, and Jennings. All of us have game time snaps. So it's definitely making it competitive, pushing each other, and that's kind of the best thing you can have in a room. Kind of any position is guys pushing each other in that kind of way.
Oh, your home state, Illinois State's coming in a hurry, big fella.
Yep, it's exciting. Jennings might allude to this too, but he has some guys that he played with, and Northern Illinois football guys that play for Illinois State. Coach Barnett used to coach there, so it'll be a good homecoming. I got some family and friends coming over for that one just to see Redbirds versus Hawkeyes.
Ellsbury's been impressed with new coordinator Tim Lester's offense and is excited to roll it out at Kinnick Stadium August 31st. More Fight for Iowa in just a minute.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
Fans attending Iowa football in Kinnick Stadium this fall need to be aware of some security upgrades. Hawkeye Associate Athletic Director for Sports Operations and Event Management, Marcus Wilson, says the university has contracted the services of Best Crowd Management Company.
They've hit the ground running since then. The staffing levels right now at this point heading into the season are probably better than what they've been in the past 5 years. So they've done a great job already, and we're excited about what they're going to bring. Importantly, as part of this new partnership, we'll be implementing the latest technology in metal detectors at all gates around Kinnick Stadium beginning this upcoming season. These new devices are not unlike what you see at other professional stadiums and venues. They do not require you to take out your keys, your phone, your wallet, or anything. You can just walk right through the detectors. Importantly, our clear bag policy will remain in effect, but with these new devices, our security staff at each of the gates won't need to check each individual bag, so fans will be able to keep their clear bag with them and just walk right through the gates.
We know how irritated fans can get if they're delayed longer than normal getting through. But this sounds pretty slick.
Sure. I think initially there will be fans will need to get used to this new gate process, but ultimately and primarily because this will allow us to eliminate the individual bag checks that we currently have, it's going to be a more efficient gate entry process, and then ultimately a safer environment at Kinnick Stadium.
And most importantly, those wonderful relationships that our fans have developed with our past security people, both at Kinnick and Carver, many of them have been rehired, familiar faces.
Yes, absolutely. We've got a lot of great staff who they don't come to Kinnick Stadium for the money. They come because they love the Hawkeyes, and they've been doing it, some of them 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and they're amazing. And yes, so you'll see a lot of the same faces this year, but under new management with Best Crowd Management.
And given what's happened in Paris and concerts canceled, you can't be too cautionary, can you?
No, you can't. You can't. And we're fortunate here at Iowa to have great partnership with the University of Iowa Police Department. We talk on a daily basis in planning for our football game days, and we work with. They've got relationships with other state agencies, with other local law enforcement agencies around the state of Iowa, and even federal agencies. And we meet on sometimes multiple times a week to ensure the safety of our fans here at Kinnick.
Wilson adds game day security will continue to work in tandem with the University of Iowa, Iowa City, and surrounding police, county, and state law enforcement. That's the Fight for Iowa podcast this week.
You've been listening to the Fight for Iowa podcast. Hawkeye fans, remember to hit the subscribe button on your favorite podcast app. Once you become a Fight for Iowa podcast subscriber, you'll automatically receive the latest episodes of the Fight for Iowa podcast, the Hawkeyes Voice podcast, Hawk Talk replays, exclusive game day content, and more. Until next time, on Iowa, and go Hawks! The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.